Come on! Come on! I mean that.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, bro.
Talking about the league. Stop twerking for City, blood. Yeah? Wait. Hey. What's this say? What's this say? I told you there's a parade in May. I never lied.
The day's come, Arsenal fans. Champions League final day. I'm proud of us and what we've achieved this season regardless. We've got to remember there's a parade tomorrow. If it goes south, you know there's rivals that are itching to get their licks back. In worst case, we got to remember, worst case scenario today, we're Premier League champions. Best case scenario today, we've done the double. And it's a chance for me to erase childhood trauma, which they've done in the Premier League. I was 9 the last time we won the Premier League. I'm 31 and we've obviously done that. I remember our whole run to the final, better yet, in 2006, 13 minutes away from winning it in Paris, taking the lead, red cards, the whole journey, etc., etc. Let's have it right. A club as massive as us, we have an opportunity to now not only begin to amass some more domestic trophies and especially major honors where the Premier League is, but, you know, our record in Europe. In the next 18 months, we could not only win the Premier League, potentially retain it and bring the big ears home. We got to remember, they're the champions of France. We're the champions of England. It's two titanic sides, two championship winning sides colliding for, you know, the best club competition on earth, really and truly. Paris Saint-Germain, they've done it before. They want to go and do it. Luis Enrique, can't talk him and his players and the system and all that jazz up enough. There's things where I think we're better than PSG. A lot of things where I think PSG are better than us. You know, logically, PSG are the favourites. It's 50-50 at this moment because of the final, but they are the favourites. I always say, Mikel Arteta, you got to win me the Premier League. Again, the two go hand in hand. Mikel Arteta, you've got to win me the Premier League. Players, you've got to win me the Champions League. And I still maintain that individual brilliance is going to be needed. If it comes down to fine margins, it probably is going to be PSG. But it's Arteta against himself. We still don't know. Is he going to do I wouldn't quite say what's got us here because we've been good in the Champions League from start to finish. It'd be lovely to win the Champions League. But in recent times, since we've locked in and got the league over the line, are we going to go out there with Miles Lewis, Skelly, Rice, etc.? You know, a lot of talking points is going to be around Timber. Does Timber start? Does Mascara start? How much minutes does Timber have? It's going to be a tough arts against Kvaratskhelia, the rotating midfield three, the rotating front three. But I think one thing that isn't spoken about is the right-hand side. Obviously, Doué's a baller. Can't talk him up enough. Potentially a Ballon d'Or winner in his own right. And he's already won a lot. He's going to win a lot. But who's left back? Do you go with Hincapié? Do you go with Calafiori? Are you going to start both Eze and Odegaard? Are you going to start one of them? If so, who starts? Are you going to go Lewis Skelly and Rice? Are you going to go Zubi and Rice? Are you going to go Kai Havertz up front or Gyökeres? And I know there's managers that have won the Champions League before at their first time, but I look at Pep Guardiola specifically at City. It took him 2 opportunities. Tuchel, it took him 2 opportunities. Klopp, it took him 2 opportunities. And if I'm honest, we've established ourselves as one of the best teams in the Premier League. Right now, outright, we're the best because we won the league. There's been times where, again, the table don't lie. If you're top, which has been Manchester City or Liverpool, they've been the better sides, but you could argue throughout the season we was better than them. So we're beginning to bully domestic competition. Champions League's another ball game. Just go out there and have no regrets. My hay fever's starting to kill me. And before I go and get ready, this is why this is going to be a shorter stream. I need to go and get ready and go to TalkSport because before I do the watch along, I've got some bits to do over there. Yeah, man, it's a lot of talking about, but just have no regrets. There's no shame in losing, you know. There's no shame in losing to Paris Saint-Germain, but let it be Kvaratskhelia danced past the whole team. Dembele's banged it from 30 yards, etc., etc. A lot of people are looking at it as attack versus defense. And in many elements, it definitely is that. But in many ways, it's not. You know, PSG they don't get enough plaudits for how good they are defensively. We don't get enough plaudits for how good we are, even though I sound like a hypocrite because we all know what needs to be addressed going forward. So it's time to do battle, man. It's time to do battle. Like in my lifetime, obviously we won the Cup Winners' Cup, which is now the Europa League. Forgive me if I'm wrong. That was in 94. I'm in 95, innit? League Cup, I've never seen us win it. I think the last time we won it was a year before I was born as well, people. Champions League's been horrible. I've seen my team get to 2 finals now. Well, 3 if you include this one that we don't know how it's going to play. I don't want to remind you lot about Baku. I don't want to remind you lot about Paris. You lot are smart enough. And in this competition, it's one thing getting to the finals. You know, we've got ours beat plenty of time. Now, under Mikel, well, generally, a couple times under Wenger, we had some good nights. You know, Barcelona at the Emirates, you know, Bayern Munich, I'm sure Mesut Ozil scored, you know, good little battles with Man United and Liverpool. We've had some memorable games, but you know, let's have it right. Where we've been in this competition so many times, you know, we were almost in Player of the Month, and we're unfortunately one of the clubs that's been one of the longest participants in this, even when we had our drought, but hasn't won it. Now, I've seen City go do it. I've seen Chelsea go do it. I've seen Paris Saint-Germain, yes, money, etc., go and do it. We need to go do that. And I'm happy that, you know, we're going into this in a different kind of mindset. Only the players would be able to tell you how they feel. But as a fan, in previous years, had we have been fighting for a Premier League and got to a Champions League final, we'd be filled with a lot of anxiety because we'd have bottled the Premier League. It's do or die, it's trophy, whatever. Fortunately, a weight's been lifted, as you could see with the celebrations from all of us fans at the club. I don't doubt that my players are locked in, and I don't doubt the same with the manager, but a weight's been lifted psychologically. They've been fighting for this Prem for 4 years. We ain't won it during the Emirates era, 22 long years, yada, yada, yada. So you've done that now. And this is like having dinner and then having your cake. This is a chance to see how good you are. You're playing the best side in Europe. How good are you? For my defenders, how good are you against some of the best attackers? For my attackers, how good are you against some of the best defenders? How do you respond to adversity? If they score first, our head's going to drop. Are you going to take your chances? Because I think, although a year's a long time, we probably have to give us more credit, because whatever I've got to say about Bayern Munich, about Paris Saint-Germain, about Real Madrid against Atletico, we've coped it. Whether we've won, lost or drawn, it's not been the Arsenal of previous years. So you've earned the right to be there. I think in the last 3 games last year, where we beat them in the league phase, where they're in a different moment, obviously we went out in the semi-finals, there is a lot to learn. Fine margins. I do think as a football club, and actually our players at the time, we were still off the high of defeating Real Madrid, right? We were still defeating we were still off the high of beating Real Madrid, innit? I think Dembele at the Emirates popped our bubble, innit? Word to the Hammers. At the second leg, I do feel there was an element we was giving it all that we had. I just think PSG were a level above without having to show they're a level above. We had, you know, Donnarumma was great. Saka missed from a couple of yards. We had some opportunities that we didn't take advantage of. So, you know, it's not, for me, it feels improbable, but it's not impossible. But let's just go out there and have a goal, man. And again, Arsenal fans, if we don't win the Champions League, you're all human. You're allowed 5 minutes. Feel sorry for yourselves. I'll do the same. Champions of Europe, you never sing that. Again, 5 minutes. And my players and everybody connected to this club, yeah, you've got 5 minutes. After that, remember that you're champions of England. Remember there's a parade tomorrow. You get where I'm going, in it, people. I see some people saying Slot's been sacked. I told you, lot, Slot. There was no way on God's green earth Slot was staying, bro. There was no way on God's green earth Slot was staying. There's nothing Slot is just he's out of his depth, bro. Like, you lot got common sense. I don't need to bore you lot with that. There was no way Slot was going to stay. They can't attack. They can't defend. Disillusioned in midfield. Seems like the players aren't really behind on aren't really behind on Slot. You know, just many reasons. You know, yeah, you can't just blame him, but they can't attack. They can't defend. They need to bring in defenders anyways. They probably needed 2 centre-halves anyways. And now Konate's leaving. There's no reason for Slot can leave with his head held high, you know. Second Premier League trophy I've seen as a non-Liverpool fan in my 31 years. You won a Premier League after post-Klopp. You can leave with your head held high. In that regards, history will be kind for you, but it just shows a year can change things. You're just out of your depth in all aspects. And another coach does get more out of a lot of those Liverpool players individually and collectively. And you can see a system. Like I said, statistics probably are kinder to Liverpool, but you can't see with your eyes as a novice football fan, are they a great attacking side, especially with the investment and the quality they have, and their fans still talking about attackers. What's going on in midfield? Are they good defensively? A lot of it can't just be blamed on Klopp. The players and those that have helped the recruitment need to take responsibility, but also at the same time, ultimately, unfortunately, the nature of the game, the good, the bad, the ugly, it comes with the manager. Football's a fickle business. Liverpool fans loved Slot last season. It's time to go. Definitely where Arsenal's concerned, will he, won't he? What's going on with Arteta? Everybody loves him now. And football at its core level is a silly game, innit? So yeah, it's over, and it needed to be over for the way it clearly he's rubbed a lot of their players up the wrong way. Clearly, because of the way like they speak and he sends shots, he's rubbed a lot of managers up the wrong way. He's rubbed the fans up the wrong way, and yeah, everything's just terrible for Arne Slot over them sides at Liverpool, innit? And with the money they spent, he finally got recruitment. But yeah, but as you can see, and again, clip this: Arne Slot and Liverpool to part ways with immediate effect. It's over between the Dutch manager and Liverpool after the end of season review. Areola clear favourite. Areola's a good signing for Liverpool, man, because he can coach, because he's Premier League proven, and all of those things. Slot just needed to go, yeah, but yeah, man, Slot's been cut. We don't need to waste time speaking about that. We've got to run through a lot in so little time, so we're gonna get back into Champions League mode, people. Big up the champions who always tune in. Come on, big up yourself, Siddiq. Come on. Big up the Trinis. Big up the Trini Bads. Big up Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, I've seen the Slot thing. We've gone over it, man. Big up everyone who kept me updated on that. DJ, I'm in London. I asked you on X, is there somewhere getting together for the parade tomorrow? If not, it's fine. Link me Holloway Road. Everyone just link me Holloway Road. I think that's going to be my one. I'm just going to be on Holloway Road, man. That's it. Areola clear favourites to take over Liverpool. Good signing, man. Good signing for them. And clearly, you know, it seemed like Areola could have went back to Spain. He could have went Germany. He was linked with Crystal Palace. Clearly, at the time, Liverpool either didn't go for Xabi Alonso because they maybe changed their mind with Slot and wanted to pursue, and maybe something in the last 48 hours beyond what we've been speaking about here has changed things, or they didn't have a plan, or this was always going to happen in that Areola was always going to go over them sides. So yeah, big up Areola. He deserves a job of the stature of Liverpool. He's earned it, you know. Feel a bit sorry for Bournemouth, but I'm sure, yeah, it is what it is. I won't lie, big up Crystal Palace. You know, under Glasner, you've made history and done all of that. Me personally, I didn't understand Areola going from Bournemouth to Crystal Palace, unless it's one where hindsight, they're going to do a madness. You get the point. We're winning the Champions League today, so our time. No, the Cup Winners' Cup was retired because they introduced too many. Yeah, fair enough. Before my time, as I said, too many teams in the champs, so it devalued the Cup Winners' Cup. Let's go do our thing, man. Big up, DG, buddy. One love. This is why you ain't big like that, bro. Gavin, my dad's better than your dad. My son's better than yours. Don't care about that. Arsenal's a massive football club. We're the third biggest in England. You see what we do. It's neither here nor there. Like, and in my mind, like you with your club and other people, you're going to be the biggest club to you. That is irrelevant to me. I couldn't give a flying monkeys about swings and roundabouts and revolving doors. But yeah, man, it is what it is. You're one of my favorite pagans, though, because you do chat a lot of shit about my club, but you do support the platform. Hi, Deluded. Big fan of the channel. Faith in it. I think you mean you're based. Oh, sorry, fan in the USA, but from Zimbabwe. Big up America and Zimbabwe. Keep on shining, my bro. I'm proud of you. Appreciate you. Appreciate the chat, man. It's been a massive season, man. So yeah, big up everybody tuned in, man. Today might be the last day I say the following champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. If I'm honest and I had to put money, I'd go PSG in it. I think my optimism has come because of. Sorry, people, man. Hay fever's F with me, man. Let me blow my nose, rather than trying to hold it up. Oh my God. I do think I've got a bit of deluded blind optimism because we won the Prem, because there's upsets, because even if Arsenal win the Champions, if we don't, we know what's going to be said. But even if we win the Champions League, it's not the first upset to happen. Where my pessimism comes from is yours, because I think we need to be perfect. We don't get that Chelsea judge where Kai Havertz is, well, you know what, Kai, you're talking bossy as well, so I hope you deliver. But we don't get that judge where Chelsea go and beat Bayern Munich in their backyard on top of the crap season they had at that time. You know, we're not going to get how it happened for Man United. And you do make it home, like how it happened for Man United in 1999, how they came back and whatnot, or John Terry slipping, not taking anything away from these clubs. We're not going to get the Liverpool free goals down. We're not going to get that. Like, the football gods are not with us like that in Europe. Like, our thing just, football's a simple game, innit? Keep the ball at the back of your net, respond to any adversity, put the ball in the back of the opponent's net. And again, I need everybody to stand up to Kai. But my attackers, to be honest with you, whether it's Kai up front, whether it's Gyökeres up front, whether Marino gets a look in, Bukayo, Noni, Eze, Martin, Delit Trossard, Martinelli, obviously big up Max Dalman. So I'm just saying his name, but I'm not really including in this. I need you, man, today, you know. I need you, man, today, you know, because I do think we're going to be in the Champions League again. I do Champions League final again. If we don't win it today, I do think we will win this Champions League one day. Now, we've been around for 100+ years. I don't know if that's going to be in my lifetime. But for me, it's a guarantee that PSG will be there again. It's not a guarantee for us necessarily. Yes, we've showed year-in-year progress. Been one of the best teams in the Prem, been getting to latter stages. But that's my mentality. Man might not ever be here again. So one, have no regrets. And if they're going to win, there's no shame in losing to PSG. You know, we've tasted victory and defeat this season, but let it be over our fucking dead bodies, bro. You lot have to die on that pitch today. You have to die for yourselves. Die for everybody that's helped you get here. Die for everybody connected to this football club. Every fucking fan that's watching this thing around the world, and everyone that's managed to fucking find a way to, I don't even know where it is. It's Budapest, innit? Go and do this thing. Go and do this. Go and do this. Who said you can't have your cake and eat it? Today you've got opportunity. Go out there and do this thing, man. Go out there and do this. And we're joining an illustrious company if we do it as well, of teams that ain't lost a game up until then. For me, I'm just thinking I could die. I'm just really, you lot know my thoughts on the Champions League. I think it's the prettiest girl in the world. Like, I think it makes, I'm not normally shy, but see when a woman is so pretty, big up the galley, but then they're so pretty, you're pulling up your tie, and that's how I feel about the champs. I feel the Champions League is everything, innit? And I know they feel the same way, man. Now you've got the league, you've in Arsenal history, you're already unforgettable, but go, you do that, boy, you're in Arsenal folklore. You know, for all Arsenal fans, my age and older, you're in the conversations for the best team we've seen, regardless of ability, just in terms of delivering, you're in those conversations. For fans much older than me, the same logic. For, you know, for the fans that have seen their first league title, or they're young and they're going to be at the parade, they don't really, not that they don't understand football, they don't really get football. When them little boys and girls, them little 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, etc., 10-year-olds grow up, they're going to be speaking about you lot, you know. You lot done so well to get here. You lot have done so, a lot of you lot in your lives, from football, and I can't talk on your personal lives, a lot of that connected squad, it hasn't been easy. Nobody's giving you everything. There's been many setbacks for you lot to become professional footballers. Gabriel Magalhaes, it's been dark at Arsenal in some occasions. And then, you know, I look at you, I look at Odegaard being captain, and I look at Saka from where you lot started to where we are now. It shows the trajectory. You know, Odegaard, it's not been easy. Gabriel, it's not been easy. Rice from getting released, it's not been easy. Zubi this season, it's not been easy. Martinelli, it's not been easy. Trossard, it's not been easy in your personal life. Saka, it's not been easy in the last 2 years. You lot have fought tooth and nail to get to this stage, to become professional footballers. This is first world problems. This is first world. Certain men are fighting relegation. Certain men want their owners gone. Madness. We're talking about Premier League. I'm even saying it still ain't sunk in that we're in the final. You might never be here again. You lot worked. Eze, you've come through the trenches to become a professional footballer. No one have no regrets. If we don't win, we don't win. But you lot know my thoughts. I said this in the League Cup final. I've probably said this every time since I've started YouTube. Don't you lot come back not leaving it all out there. I know what regret looks like on the face of a man, you know. I don't want to see that. Off topic, would you take Konate as backup for Gabriel or Saliba? Yeah, I would. The Konate one shocked me. I guess it's a reminder that it's not done till it's done. It's not done till it's signed, but it did look like that's the case. Now it seems like, well, you saw it's been interesting 24, 48 hours for Liverpool because Slot's been cut. Obviously, Konate's gone. Free transfer, that's always a bit of a piss take. But Wenger did tell, man, we've obviously been guilty of that. There's nothing you can do around free transfers. It's going to become something, innit? So, yeah, for Konate, though, whether I'm not going to lie, yeah, I do think he's been poor this season. But I do think football plays favourites. Because I do think there's been times where he's done poor, and obviously Van Dijk's performed better than him. But Van Dijk's got away with murder compared to Konate. Some things that is Van Dijk's fault being blamed for Konate. Konate becoming a free agent, whether I rate him or not, everyone will sniff around him. You can make a case of, you know, if you're ongoing Chelsea, you and Levi Colwill, that could be a thing. That could be a thing. You can make a case of, there's bare French brothers over there at Bayern Munich. You've obviously played in Germany. You could forward over there. You could make a case of Real Madrid are looking at, they were linked with him. They love a free transfer. They're moving on Alaba. People are moving. You can make a case of going over there. You cannot underestimate. I'm sure he came through PSG's academy. The fact that he's French, the fact that PSG are lit, the fact that he's a free transfer, and the fact that he's French, innit? So there's PSG, short of it. And you never know with Barcelona finding money from nowhere, the short of it. And please make sure we're smashing the like button, Arsenal fan or not, people. Mods, please. He's going to have the pick of the pick of the bunch. It's a fine line. Arteta got himself. Areola, Maresca, Jabi Alonso, congrats winning the league against a wash Pep. You never winning again. Great stuff. Great stuff. Pep is still Pep. Man are typing in caps. Type that without crying, my boy. Type that without crying. That's great. We won. Because if we lost, you would have said bottlers. You couldn't do it against a wash Pep. Well, you lot write the narratives. Winners win, losers explain. I wash Pep, who still won a domestic trophy twice. And it's a wash Pep against Pep. A wash Pep. I'm sure whatever club you support, he's bullying it. There's not a single club that Pep wouldn't be lit at. But cool story, bro. You got your 5 minutes of fame. Is your baby mum there? Hey, baby mum, We won the league, you know. If we win the champs, I don't mind impregnating you. I don't mind impregnating you either way, man. You want me to take off the top? Yeah? Go on my Instagram. Hi. Darling, you're better than that, man. Look at what your man's doing. Chatting shit online. It's a nice day. He ain't even told you, he ain't even give you money for your nails. He ain't even patterned your hair. He ain't even take you on a date. He ain't even said, oh, I know I'm not an Arsenal fan. Let's go pub. Instead, he's chatting shit on the gigahertz. He's not even buying you nothing. You're better than this women, man. Don't settle for these jokers. Joke, man. Absolute joke, man. Liverpool going back to... I don't think they're going back to banter era, but I just think there needs to be surgery. I think there's a lot of gutting that needs to be done. I think, you know, obviously they need to find a way to keep Isaac fit, you know, integrate Isaac and Ikatike, probably bring in some wingers. They need a 6, in my opinion. I think they need a right back at the very minimum. I think you can do a thing with Jeremy Frimpong. I think you need someone that's a traditional fullback, probably a couple of centre-halves, and more ethos. Because it's one thing signing. Liverpool are badly coached. They concede the same sort of goals. They're back 5 and the 2/3 of the team in front of them. So Areola will pattern this up. So it'd be interesting, man, seeing Areola, seeing Jabi Alonso, seeing what Maresca's going to do at City, seeing what Carrick can do in his first full season, seeing what Arsenal can do now that you've got that off your back. I've said I want Pep to cut because now I think I'm exaggerating, but for argument's sake, in the next 5 years, there could be 5 different winners, if that makes sense. Big up, CL pending. Smash the likes. Yeah, Slot's gone. DG doing the reverse psychology thing. I'm not doing nothing, bro. This isn't the Arsenal of the past. The pressure is on PSG more than us. I think it's equally on both, if I'm honest. Like, I do think there's a lot of arrogance coming from PSG's fans or the social media ones. I don't think the actual football fans that, you know, on the trenches are doing that. I don't think the club and the manager's doing that. I don't think there's arrogance and complacency there. I don't think we've got complacency in our camp. I know people are looking at clips and getting excited, but yeah, man. Imagine doing it in front of the icons and Arsenal legends. It's your time, boys. History will be made. This has been emotional, but I'm proud of the lads. It's definitely not going to be a sad parade, but I hear it, man. I hear it. Half of you non-Arsenal fans are probably going to be there. DG Holloway Road is closer to my hotel. If I see you, I'll come say hi, man. I got shots for everybody. Good morning, lads. Just seeing Slot has been sat. Yeah, Slot's gone, man. DJ, allow it. My missus might hear and start asking me for nail money. I'm going to have to turn you down. Hey, sorry, man. I had to catch Chase. Sorry. Sorry. But come on, man. You got guys like Gavin that are not Arsenal fans that he chats this shit, but at least it's funny, bro. Like, some men are, and football means the world to us, you know, but some men are just too emotional, like you run it when Pep was washed and you done it there because of the PGMOL. Yeah, type it without crying, man. Like, don't let it get you that like that, bro. Like, don't. Football means the world, but just take a chill pill. Breathe, bro. Breathe, man. I'm concerned for certain people, bro, because these are people that walk amongst us. Remember, there's no picture. You could walk past him in the street. You could ask you for the time. We've got some weird individuals in society, my boy. Very weird individuals, man. I told you all Wednesday we win the league. Man didn't believe me. I'm still nervous today, but I think we'll win. Well, when I done TalkSport yesterday, James was saying penalties, bro. In my heart, if you're asking me to, my mind and my heart, my mind says 3-1 PSG, but it's one where it's a 2-1 and they get a third. My heart is saying 2-1 Arsenal. And I can see penalties. If this ain't too long, Martinelli, we'll read this. Okay, we'll read this. What is this saying? I don't know. I've always loved the Champions League. It's always my dream and my dad's dream for me to be playing on the pitch. Every time I step on the pitch and I listen to that anthem beforehand, it gives me goosebumps. It feels amazing to be in the Champions League. It's always amazing. I think I've been doing quite well, to be fair. So I just want to keep going. Yes, it feels like the game is usually more open in the Champions League. Everyone is looking to score in every action. Nobody is just at the back defending the whole time. So the games are more open. That means the forwards get more space. And I think for the fans as well, it's great to watch a Champions League game. For the whole 90 minutes, every team is trying to get at the opposition, trying to score. So it's good for everybody. Of course, speaking for myself, I don't want to feel that pain again. And I'm sure none of the boys in the dressing room want to feel that pain again. We have to take that feeling in our bellies into the game and give it our best and do everything we can. Then he went on to say, of course, and the other thing that winning the group gave us was being at home for the second legs. It shows how good we are to win that group, how good we can be and what we can achieve. Of course, this is my club. This will be his 50th. Well, he played his 50th game. as a club this season, what we've must have played 50, 60 games of football. Smash the like button if you haven't, man. Yes, of course, this is my club. I love the club. Every time I'm on the pitch playing the games, I try to give my best for this football club. I'm so grateful for everything this club has given me. I have to say, against Real Madrid last season, playing in the Bernabeu was great. I had some friends there too that night. My agent was there. And after the game, we met up, spoke about the game. It's something that will be forever in my memory and hopefully my grandkids as well. It's normal for us. We are used to traveling, especially with the national team as well. We spend a lot of time in hotels, so it's not a problem for us. Normally, we play cards. Myself, the Gabbies, and David Raya play a Brazilian card game together called Chateca. I don't know, man. When I'm in my room, I call my parents or my fiance usually. But when I'm with others, I play games. I think this month, Gabriel Jesus is winning. It gets competitive. We Brazilians are very competitive. We want to win everything. I play parches as well, sometimes with Mascara and Hincapié. All right. Bless up you lot. You'd imagine Saka and Martinelli, as soon as the World Cup's done, yeah, they'll get married. I want this trophy to go to the Emirates. Arsene Wenger, and I'm speaking to Arsenal fans only. No one can ever pop down your thing. You transcend football, let alone the Premier League, yeah? But it's a damn shame you couldn't get us a champs, bro. So we're doing this for you. I want this trophy to go to the Emirates because it's missing there. We touched it before. We were 13 minutes away from winning it. So you want it to happen this time. I've always said that you work in a club to make sure it's in a good position to continue to progress. Overall, I believe this is a stage where we can grab it. I still believe it's 50-50 in the final. If I had to bet, I'd bet on Arsenal more than PSG. A final is a final. The most important thing is that your team is not inhabited or impressed by the occasion. So play the game, not the occasion, as much as you can, innit? Then you have to be efficient. Your moment will come in the game and you have to be ruthless. And I can't lie, everybody connected to our club, especially the players, keep saying that. That is one major thing that might have tipped the second leg last season in the semi-finals in our favor, but we didn't do that, innit? PSG have huge attacking potential. Arsenal also have individual quality and are very strong on set pieces, which can have a huge impact in the final. Once you're 1-0 up, everything starts to play to your strengths. Then you're strong defensively. Arsenal can always be dangerous. Fair play. When I arrived at Arsenal, the club had very little Champions League history. Then we had 20 years consecutive qualification. And now the crown of that history would be to become champions. I think Arsenal have slowly built a history that allows them to win it. I also feel the time has come for Arsenal to dominate the Premier League consistently. I'm very keen to see Arsenal play in the final, and I'm very convinced it will be a great game. On Mikel Arteta, he also said, overall top players are intelligent, and many of them have ingredients to become managers. Arteta had total commitment. I named him captain because he was always serious. He had injury problems, especially with his calves. And sometimes when a player is away from the game, they realize how much they love it and want to stay in it. He had personality, strong beliefs, and authority. And that certainly helps him a lot now. Players always know what the problems of a team are. They do not always tell you, but they know. He had a character to talk about. Then he decided to do his coaching license. Many players failed because they do not take time to learn, but he did. He became Pep Guardiola's assistant, which was a great experience for him. He learned a lot quickly because he's intelligent. He experienced football first as a player, then from the inside as an assistant, without having the full responsibility, and that helps a lot. And then he said for advice, do what you usually do and try to be relaxed, even though I know that's impossible. Instill strong belief in your team. He knows how to do it. He knows the players better than I do. Keep the togetherness the team has shown all season, and that will be enough. If only if it was that easy, father. But let's go, man. The boys have been training. You would have seen some pictures and that of them. Oh, it's not changing. That's good. You would have seen some pictures of that, of them having a walk. Bakayo's spoken. We know the history of the club. We know that tomorrow we can write history as the players winning it for the first time. So that already is a lot of motivation for us. We all know where my journey started, 7, 8 years of age at Hale End. This was a long way away trying to win the Premier League, trying to win the Champions League with Arsenal. It feels like this last week, it's all become a reality. Tomorrow, I'm very excited about the opportunity to win another trophy here and to try to create that history for the club that I love. Odegaard said, I've been dreaming about these trophies since I grew up playing football as a kid with my friends in a little pitch next to my house. It's something special that we achieve that has not been done before. It's 22 years since we last won the Premier League, and now finally we did it. So we want to make even more history. When you get that taste of winning and lifting a trophy, you know how nice it feels. So obviously we want to do it again. It would mean a lot to everyone, to our supporters. We're ready to do it. I'm looking forward to the game. Fair enough, man. Let's just make sure where the talking's on the pitch. Arteta has spoken about 3 ingredients. I think it's the opportunity to own the moment because the second time in the history we are here. We have the opportunity tomorrow to write a new chapter in the history of this football club. In order to do that, we have to play with clarity, a lot of courage, and a relentless desire to win. We have those 3 aspects, and I'm sure we're going to be close to winning. No, the ambition is bigger. We have won one. We want the second one. That's all we've talked about. That has to be the platform to reach bigger destinations and to aim for more. The team is capable because we've shown it in the last 2 or 3 seasons in this competition. So let's go and do it, because I am a believer, even though it's not the case. You lot are violating. There's over 100 of you in here. Big up the 55 people who have hit the like button. Please make sure you're doing that. It doesn't cost something. It helps the YouTube channel. If you really fuck with Arsenal and fuck with me, come on, what's going on? But yeah, you lot, the standards, man. Big Champions League final, and that's how you're doing me. I'm on to all of you lot. I hate you lot. No, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. Arteta has pokered Pep. Now it's time to get Enrique. Super Mick is the new kid on the block. I hope so, I hope so, my boy. I hope so. I knew it. They're going to sack Slot. They're 100%. We're always going to sack Slot. Their preparation. Oh, sorry. The team is capable because we've shown it in the last 2-3 seasons in this competition. I want the players to be confident that we're going to go and do it. The preparation has been really, really good, really focused, really positive. We are here because we have earned the right to be here in the manner that we have played and performed in the competition. Tomorrow on that field, we're going to have to earn the right to win the trophy. It means something new for all of us. We know how tough it is in a club like Arsenal to write a new history. That's the aim, and that's why we're all excited and we have the desire to make it happen. Apart from Ben White, he's got a fully fit squad. Timber is back. Timber missed the last 14 games with injury. Pardon me, time flies, 14, though. Don't feel like it. The gaffer has said he's great. The preparation has been really, really good, really focused, really positive. We are here because we've earned the right to be here in the manner that we played and performed in the competition. Tomorrow on that field, we're going to have to earn the right to win the trophy. Is Timber fit enough to start? Yes, Noni as well. Ben White's out, but he still travelled. On using the defeats as motivation for last year against PSG, we certainly use examples and things that we have learned from these 3 matches. It's a lot to take from them, but it's true that we have evolved in a different way and they have evolved in a different way. Their scenario is different as well. We took some learnings and some things you have to do better. I'm sure that will happen tomorrow. It's because I look around, I see the joy and desire of all of them to play this match. We all know it's the biggest game in football. Everyone wants to be part of that. They all understand what it takes and also how important everybody is to make an impact. On Luis Enrique, listen, we can't talk him up enough. We all know about his past and his past with Mikel Arteta and things like that. We've gone over this about the pressure being off and all of that. He spoke about Wenger. No, not directly, because you know how Arsenal is and he doesn't want to be in the way. But I know how we all feel. I spoke to a lot of ex-players who have been in this position as well. They're rooting for us. It's an opportunity for us as a club to write something new that we've never done. On if he's visualized it in a really similar way. I think the process and the journey that took us all the way here is remarkable from the team. We earned it in the manner we have approached the competition in every game and the competition performances that we have through our players. Tomorrow is the last game to go and win it and bring it home. They want more. I think going through those moments brings you a different kind of desire, because when you lift it, you know exactly how it feels. You want to reproduce that feeling as many times as possible. That's something that's been reiterated from everyone connected to Paris Saint-Germain as well. Tomorrow, we have the opportunity to do that. Not that many, but there's still some time to go through things. We have a bit more certainty as well with certain players that can be on the pitch. But in relation to the context of the game that can happen tomorrow, we need to be ready. When I watched the games back from last season semi, I was pleased with what I saw, and I was even more confident about the feeling I had before about how close and how unlucky we were in those moments not to go through to the final. It's a different moment. The teams have evolved in certain ways. Tomorrow we'll play a game, I'm sure. Prem and the Champs double. We all know that's new history. They are defending the trophy, so they're the last ones to have the right to lift that trophy. They're actually the champions, and we are here to take that away from them. It's definitely not a free hit. We've gone over that. And we've gone over that. We've gone over that. And what the game will be like. Regarding the possible lineups, there'll be far fewer than in the Atletico match. There was a lot of uncertainty surrounding 4 or 5 players, whether they'd be available and for how long. What will happen in the Champions League is very much like that. It's very tactical. But there's one key thing, the individual level of players. And in the end, they're the one who decides the matches. I'm sure tomorrow will be similar, to which we've got players that can do damage, but PSG have that in abundance. The same thing I'm sure they've done before, but yes, we're prepared for possible scenarios and things they might try to do. More than that, we try to understand the purpose behind what they're doing and what they want to achieve to make the game that they want. On Martin, we know he's an absolute professional. Declan, natural reaction. On having the chance to be seen as one of Europe's bigger clubs, and they'll only say we've done it once. It's clear we have a lot of room for growth. Our history explains that very clearly. That's why tomorrow is an opportunity to do something that hasn't been done at this club before, something that will benefit us forever if we achieve it. Legacy stuff. Legacy stuff. What else have we got? What's Eze saying? We're just another group of people that have the opportunity to win the Champions League. I pray we take it. When we do it, it will be a special moment for sure. Okay? I just want to see specific quotes. Everything there is for me to win. I want to win. I want to do everything. I possibly can to win the league, and a year later we've done it. Oh, this is talking about Arteta, but this is a shit article, isn't it? Really, not that it's Arteta, but yeah. You go through ups and downs and noise in the media, but at the end, all that matters is who won, and it doesn't matter how you won it. It doesn't matter what you did to win it. To do it how we've done it, for me, is quite special because we blocked out so many noise, so much attention around us. Style of play is very subjective. There's so many different opinions about it, but ultimately, when you're winning games, that's all that matters. That's all we were told. The Champions League is what dreams are made of. There are things you've spoken about and wanted as a kid. To be able to actually be there is a special thing. Confident, yeah, for sure. I feel like we've achieved something that means so much to us and joy. The confidence and the power that comes with that is special. So I'm sure we'll be bringing that on the day as well. Every player that ain't won a Champions League in this squad, I want you to die on that pitch because none of you have won it together. Some of you have won European trophies, you know. Eze, you didn't win it at Crystal Palace. You didn't win one at Crystal Palace because obviously you left. Rice has won it at West Ham. Obviously, Kepa, what's his name? Kepa, Havertz, there's transferable experience. There's also transferable experience of people losing them as well. I'm sure Jesus was at City when they never won it. So, yeah, it's quite liberating. It's an opportunity to do something that's never been done before. Loads of people have that opportunity. We're just another group of people that have the opportunity. I pray we take it. When we do it, it will be a special one for sure. Come on. We're going to beat them. Kai Havertz shows confidence. Kai, stay calm, man. Stay calm. To be honest, they PSG were probably the best team in Europe last year and have achieved great things again this season. We're so confident. We've been competing at the highest level for a couple of years now. We finally won the Premier League, which has given us a massive boost. Whatever happens, we're going to go out on that pitch and beat them. I hope so, man. I hope them words don't come back to bite you. Also, Kimmich is supporting Arsenal today because of his brethren, Kai Havertz. Again, related to Arsenal, but unrelated. We all know, you know what? It's been a weird day, you know, weird 24 hours because you've all seen the slot things have come out. Obviously, Atletico Madrid are trolling Barcelona because Barca seem to be edging closer to getting Julian Alvarez. We're still linked with him as well as PSG. Seems like he's going Barca. Miguel Delaney has said the situation may yet see both Junior Krupi and Morgan Rogers end up at Arsenal. That would be lovely. With the club pursuing both players. Arsenal want to bring in 3 or 4 players this summer with the same number expected to leave. Fair play. Cape reveals he's got messages from a lot of women after his, oh Lord God, why for that? After his wardrobe malfunction. Where's the quotes? Where's the quotes? Where's the quotes? What fucking quotes? We don't want to see that. Yeah, the thing is, they teammates try to be funny and end up going too far. But anyway, no, it's just a moment, a really embarrassing moment, to be honest. I tried to enjoy it afterwards because it'll be there forever, so you might as well enjoy it. Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of women. Fair play. Fair play, man. Hincapié has been linked with Barcelona, by the way, folks. In case you didn't, well, I guess no one's going to know. Moved? What the hell is this, bro? I don't want this. Try and make me spend. Arsenal to reward Mikel Arteta with huge pay rise and Krupi among transfer targets. Wanyeri's being linked with a lot of clubs, by the way. So, yeah, we know, we've seen Josh Kroenke's interview, isn't it? We've seen it. We know Arteta is staying. Yeah, man. He's going to probably get a rage boost. It's lovely to see. It's a full circle moment with how we're speaking about the gaffer, how we're speaking about the owners, how we're speaking about the players. And finally, it's taken a very long time, but the club is finally, or it appears, there's always going to be disagreements, but from the fan base all the way to the top, at the top, we're all moving in the same direction. Krupi's being linked with us. He's valued at 80 million. Whether we can do that is another thing. He's been scouted by both Chelsea and Real Madrid. James has an interesting theory that one of Kai or Gyökeres leaves this summer. I don't know if that's the case. I don't think Gyökeres leaves after 1 year, but Kai's on big money, 2 years left. Him and Odegaard would be interested to see. We'll still be linked with a lot of players as well. Obviously, we're not getting Kvaratskhelia or Julian Alvarez. Them 2 names are being mentioned here. We're still being linked with Bradley Barcola, Nico Williams. Anthony Gordon's gone to Barcelona. It's a madness what's going on in football, isn't it? Martinelli could be allowed to depart if there's a suitable offer. Sandro Tonali interest could be revised, but Lewis Skelly's performances in midfield may switch priorities. Wanyeri could be gone. Norgard is being linked with Ajax. You'd imagine he's gone. And we're still in talks with Jeremy Mongo of Leicester, the 16-year-old who's playing week in, week out for them. We've gone over that already. We have gone over that. Arsenal chief gives major Mikel Arteta update. So that's in relation to the Kroenkes. Keeping Mikel Arteta around is an utmost priority and good news for Arsenal fans worldwide, which he's enjoying the project. He's enjoying being here. And from his time as a player all the way up until now, he's an Arsenal man through and through. If there's a singular person you can trace this all back to, I'm going to give 100% credit to Mikel, his staff, and the players. Those are the one. As much as Mikel putting together our tactics, the players have got to go out and play. They've got to go and win it for you. And we are targeting a new defender, midfielder, and a forward people, with Kroenke apparently aware we need to keep investing. We're going to look to strengthen because we know that teams around us are going to get better. If you're not trying to continually evolve and improve your standing still, obviously Pep is just moving on. Even a few years ago, you think back to 2019-20 and think, when is our window going to happen? It could have been open for us even sooner than this process. I can think back and say that our stated goal was winning the Premier League, because if you put yourself in contention for the Premier League, you're in contention for everything else. So I guess in one sense, we've achieved one goal with another one on the plate coming on Saturday. When you win something, the sun is still going to come up the next day. And when you lose, more of the story, the best thing and the worst thing about life, the shit keeps going on, innit? You've got to get back to work. There are many teams trying to gain on you, including some historical great runs around the Premier League. Big up Andrea Berta as well, people. I went to Andrea and laid out our championship rings. This is what we're here for. So as we start to shape our thinking, this is what we're going for. The thinking holistically was, instead of one particular player filling out the squad with quality depth, you have to tip your hat to Andrea and our entire sporting staff. And there is even some clips coming out about how Mertesacker is the driving force behind getting Saliba, people. And yeah, I'm going to make a specialist video about the Kroenkes, in it, because they do deserve their flowers. So yeah, I asked, how do we get our own Van Dijk? I was told to sign William Saliba. It worked, innit, really? It's funny thinking back to this. I had a great conversation with Mertesacker after the final in Baku. I made a comment about Van Dijk. How do we get one of these guys in our system? Well, unless you've got 100 million quid, you better not be thinking about them. I said, who's the best young defender in Europe? He turned without hesitation and said Saliba. That summer, there were already conversations around building for the future. There were so many moving parts. I don't get involved in transfers. I think my job is to understand the why on the front end, so there's accountability on the back end if it goes wrong. So I'm not taking credit for any transfers or anything like that, but I want to be around and understand why we're going after certain things. The William one is interesting. Mikel and I have now laughed about this one because I didn't tell him the story until much later. But when we purchased William, he went on loan for 2 seasons. Then we were transitioning to Mikel. By the time William rejoined us, there were some thoughts on the front end about William rejoining our squad that were very well covered. I'll let you guys fill in those blanks. But I was sitting over in America laughing, please let this kid work out. I was never going to say, hey, someone told me a few years ago that this kid was going to be great. What am I going to do? They're going to do it themselves. They make the decisions. Fair play. And there's renovations being planned at the Emirates as well, folks. Richard Garlick is leading those conversations on our end is right now. We had several new members of the board that are plugged into that do those operations for us in the States. They're putting together a plan right now to renovate the Emirates. I can't believe it's been 20 years. My only regret about being in my position at Arsenal right now is that I never got to experience Highbury. We're starting these exercises with some of our advisors, but the Emirates has been an amazing stadium for us. I think we took it to a different level this year. I think that's credit to Mikel and those players, but there's some character I want to make sure we're preserving and bringing back to the ground as well. I think we can do it in a very elegant manner that really benefits Arsenal. We do this stuff in the States, in our facilities and our teams. We take great pride in it. So I think we have a chance to come over and really give the Arsenal supporters an elevated matchday experience from where they are right now. That's still to be determined. I had different comments from people over the years about the walls of Highbury, the character of what that building was. The Emirates is obviously a total different animal, but I've made that comment to a few people and they've asked me the same question. I want to leave it to our supporters and people that have experienced that to really tell me what that means. So we're still shifting, I don't know, man, through that. But I do want Arsenal fans to know that this is a very modern facility, but also have character. Try to figure it out, preserve some of the character of the old English football style as well. That's all fun and dandy. Arsenal are prepared to let Nwaneri leave the stadium in the summer transfer window, according to reports. Arsenal are open to selling Nwaneri, who was on loan in France with Marseille. His possible availability has alerted a number of clubs in the Premier League and around Europe, none more so than Cesc Fabregas' Como side, who are set to be without their star player Nico Paz next season. Apologies. Como are being linked, as well as Aston Villa, Everton, Newcastle United. So we'll have to see, and everyone's going to be interested. Nwaneri is viewed internally as one of the players capable of filling the void for Paz, obviously with Cesc Fabregas. Now it's complicated. He's at loan on Marseille, not with an option, so he's not going to stay there next season. He'll go back to Arsenal. But what happens in the summer window? There have been reports saying Nwaneri could go Dortmund or that he could leave Arsenal permanently. But let me be clear. Dortmund wanted Nwaneri on a permanent transfer from Arsenal already 1 year ago. When Arsenal were negotiating a new contract and eventually managed to agree one, at the time, Chelsea were also very interested and Dortmund was strongly in the race. That interest remains strong now. Several clubs around Europe are attentive to the situation, but Arsenal have not told the player or his camp that he can leave this summer. So that, I mean, has talks even this? Is it a time to even talk, not just with him, but several people? We can obviously make cases where it's going to hand, but now it's like football still to play. So that's not the case at the moment. It's still not decided. At the end of the season, Arsenal assess the situation with Ranieri. Not today. Nothing is clear. Dortmund are still hoping to do one of their usual deals with top talent and then potentially sell them later. So when Yeri remains on their shortlist, but nothing is decided by Arsenal yet. Why not loan him out? Because if he stinks up the place, then we've got conversations to have. But if he does well, he can get peace. Barcelona plot shock transfer swoop for Hincapié. Bro, somehow you're in talks with Bernardo Silva for free, Julian Alvarez. You got 70 million for Gordon. And obviously, let's have it right. Hincapié is an Arsenal player, so it's not going to happen. But you never know. Barcelona's a massive club. If you win the Premier League champs, I think Hincapié stays, but you couldn't begrudge him for going over them sides. Barca are targeting Bayern Leverkusen defender Arsenal. Hincapié, as Hansi Flick searches for a left-footed centre-back. However, Arsenal remain in pole position after securing a 45 million transfer purchase in the summer. It's an IOU. We'll pay you next week, as in next week being this summer. A bit like with Raya to Brentford. But nonetheless, they're being linked with him. They've been linked with Hincapié. Apparently, they've cooled their interest on Bastoni, who's being linked with Real Madrid. Apologies. I don't think this is going to happen. Arsenal's position in the deal remains strong. He joined us on a season-long loan with an agreement, including an obligation to buy for 45 million, should he meet certain conditions during the season. Leverkusen are also understood to have secured a 10% sell-on clause as part of the arrangement. Arsenal have already agreed personal terms with Hincapié. He's expected to sign a 5-year deal. So all of this points to, we obviously are in a strong position, innit? Calafiori said he'd like to return to AS Roma one day. He's actually also been linked with Juventus in the last week. Gabriel's been linked with Real Madrid. Calafiori's been linked with Roma and Juventus. Silly rumor, but Hincapié, Barcelona. Yeah, and hearing Calafiori wants to return to Italy one day, that is like, I don't know who else is in the squad. Gabriel Jesus saying, I want to play in Brazil again one day. Like, cool, do that, innit? Apparently, we've lodged a formal bid for Julian Alvarez and we've had an offer rejected. No one don't believe it. We're in a three-way battle with PSG and Barcelona. I put us at the back of the queue. I would say Barca are the front runners. Then it's PSG and then it's us, people. I think there's scope to get another striker, but I do know on paper you've got Jesus, Gyökeres, Kai. I'm missing someone else out, Mikel Merino. But I think a left winger needs to be sorted. I think there's scope to sign another striker. I think we could do with at least one midfielder, and we could probably bring in another defender. You shift some players on. Who knows what else we could get in it, people. So, yeah. Apparently, he's told Atletico Madrid he wants to leave. If any of you lot believe that, then big up yourselves, man. I left Arsenal to join Barcelona for a woman, and I regret it. Petit, I understand you, but, lad, come on, man. Coochie can't make you move Buki, man. What's all that about? 85 likes, people. Raise the standards. Raise the standards. Raise the standards. But, yeah, that seems to be everything Arsenal concerning. I need to get my ass to talk sport in a sec still, but I'm actually a big fan of the fact that it's at 5 o'clock, you know. What's this? What's this? How long before Arsenal Football Club are linked with Rashford? Man United make approach to sign 80 million euros Brazilian star also wanted by Arsenal. William Gomez. Okay. I can't say I believe this, but nonetheless, Arsenal, Manchester United, Newcastle, Atletico Madrid, Roma have all been linked with the Porto man. And we've done 1-2 dealings in recent years with Porto. Obviously, Fabio Vieira going back there on loan. We brought him in. Obviously, Kivior. I can't lie, I still want that more from Porto. Arsenal are reportedly increasing their interest in Aston Villa forward Morgan Rogers, with the England international emerging as one of Mikel Arteta's key attacking targets for the summer. Apparently, we stepped up our staff. I haven't seen Hand of Arsenal speak about it, so I don't believe none of that. John, hi, my friend, man. Bro, people will join PSG anyways, bro. Like, it's the place to be, because I hope they don't do it now, but it won't surprise me if PSG win the next 3 in a row, as in they've won one, God forbid they win one tonight, and they win the next one. I'm not comparing them to Real Madrid, and there is a lot of clubs, but there are very few clubs that have retained it, but I just feel like it's PSG's time to dominate Europe. You've got a madman, a great coach in Enrique. Finally, a team. Like, you've got big names there, but it's a team. It's not Harlem Globetrotters, what it's been. Obviously, respectfully to the French league and to PSG, you win everything there is to offer. You 9 times out of 10 do in France. We all know the Champions League is their bread and butter. We all know about the minutes this Arsenal team's played or English teams will play versus the French league. I just think it's, like I said, I'm not comparing the Real Madrid sides I've seen win Champions Leagues. But I think it's their time to do that kind of stuff, if I'm honest. Am I the only one who thinks PSG might smash us? No, we're not smash. I don't think we're not getting beaten up like Inter. The trial and error in the Prem next season is going to be crazy. With great additions to the current squad, we might be cleared by December. Champions loading. I hope so. If we get an opportunity to run away with it, might as well. We need Krupti. Bring him to the carpet, bro. He's more than welcome. More than welcome. Are you lot in the chat, man? Be nice, man. Everyone be nice. DG, how is the feeling with 0 reds and 0 pens? We took that no more red campaign serious. I do have a feeling that this team will not make an error on a big night or tonight, will they? The rules are harsher in the Champions League, innit? To be honest, Marino, I can't remember, but Marino should have the second yellow. A couple times, Gabriel should have been sent off. It is what it is, innit? But I don't think that will be the case next season. Tab police active. Nah, man, DG, you have too many tabs on. It's mad. I'm going to start next season. My promise to you, and someone remind me, I'll start using the group thing. I don't want to press it now because I don't know what happens, but I'll start grouping. DG, can we play Trossard against Hakimi? It's a mismatch for me. I think we have to go with Martinelli's pace. He can get us up the field and win our set pieces. Bro, the overloads, the running in behind, the traps they set, the rotating midfield, the rotating front three. PSG have it all, but this is what we want to do. It's the best team in England, but it's the best team in France for the biggest competition at club level for offer. It is what it is. They bleed like us too, innit? Simple as that. Raise your hand if your team's playing today. Come on. Come on. Bro, PSG they're the best team in England. In Europe. They're the most entertaining team in Europe when they turn it on. I'm really worried about Kvaratskhelia, Tim. Bro, you should be. You should be. With guys like that, you will lose. Like, you just have to win the war. You will lose battles. I know in social media, yeah, there's this weird thing where if I'm a left winger, like a winger and a fullback, you can't both have good games. Like, you're gonna get skinned. You just have to win the war. He's going to turn you. He's going to heart in mouth moments. Like, some of that you can't prevent, but just win the majority of the battles. You not just know Rance is gonna come with his French hat and glasses if PSG win. Rance is a generational up, man. And this is why I'm happy we won the Prem, because no one can talk to me. Champions of Europe, you never sing that. Oh, feel sorry for 5 minutes. Bro, we got the Prem over the line, innit? Champions League, if we don't win it, it's tomorrow's problems. We'll be back here one day. I don't know if it'll be in my lifetime, by God's grace, but we will win it. But yeah, people, I'm just aware of time. You know, I got to go and freshen up and get ready and whatnot, people. I'm off to TalkSport to do a show before the goal show. I think they're kicking off the goal show at 4:30, so come support the thing. At some point, you know, if we win, I'm going to N5. If we lose, I'm coming back home immediately. But at some point, there will be a live stream. We'll be reacting and whatnot. And then tomorrow, bring your boots, bring your dinner, bring your shin pads, bring everything. We're forwarding over. We're forwarding over to N5. DJ, I think you underestimate the nerves of your first UCL final as a player. There is going to be nerves. But at the end of the day, what else is there? At some point, Real Madrid had to get to their first one and get over the line. United, the same. All these clubs, in Liverpool, the same. At some point, all these players that have won, been there, done it, wore the T-shirt in the Prem or wherever, you've had to have done it on some occasion. So yeah, there's going to be nerves. Nerves are not the problem. It's how you channel nerves. If you don't have nerves, you're not alive, bro. You know, I don't really get it now, but when we've gone from being on YouTube to being in certain studios, we're still talking about football. You're naturally going to be nervous. Things that you're a human being, things that are foreign to your nervous system, it's going to make you nervous, bro. Only a liar will tell you they're not nervous, bro. It's how you look fear in the face. It's succumbing to fear is the problem. And as much as you're right, and there is that, at the end of the day, it's a football game, bro. It's 11v11. Play the game, not the occasion, but it's difficult to do that. So these are all factors, bro, that we're going to have to see. On every street in London, Arsenal shirts, London is red. We destroyed Bayern and Madrid to get to the final with City. In the final, we almost lost to Inter. It was nervy. Yeah, no, 100%. 100% you're going to get that. There's going to be that. There's 100% you're going to be that. But if you're there again, what's going to happen? PSG have been to a final and lost. They've had some latter stages falling out. So, yeah, man, there is that. But what are we going to do? Man, have to just put their big boy pants on, bro. I'll be real. Just put your big boy pants on and try a thing. Because you can compete against PSG. I don't think we're better, but I do think we can compete. DG, you said London women are the finest. I don't see the difference with ladies in Rotterdam to Netherlands. Diversity is similar. Variety is the spice of life, man. London, we got the best. England, we got the best. So, yeah, man. Hey, Sadiq, it's football. What you doing looking at Gallo, you cheeky boy, you naughty lad. But on a serious note, people, let me go and get ready because I don't want to be late. Big up you lot. If you ain't smashed the like button, please make sure you're doing that. Arsenal fan or not, win, lose, or draw. It's a bit upsetting because we're not going anywhere. There's still going to be content. We got World Cup and all that. But I always get a bit sad at the end of the season because, you know, like we talk about everything with football, the highs, lows of this football club and football in general from August to now and all the live streams, and it's coming to a close, DG Nation. It's not over, but it's coming to a close. It does make me a bit sad, man. It does make me a bit sad. It's a pleasure to be here with you lot from around the world, wherever you lot are, just sharing our love for football, innit? So, yeah, man. Terrible saying goodbyes, but it's not goodbye. It's just goodbye for now. Like I said, subscribe if you haven't. Smash the like button if you haven't. God bless you all. One love. Champions League, baby.